Hey everybody, this is Gary, the fist pump guy over at Bondi's Toyota Enterprise, Alabama. Welcome to my video, the top 8 reasons why I bought a Tundra. Stay tuned. Now there's been a lot of talk on my YouTube channel, some of my videos I've shot on the Tundra, a lot of trolling, a lot of people bashing, the Toyota Tundra, blah, blah, blah. I've heard it all. So today I want to go over the top 8 reasons why I purchased a Tundra. Now granted, I do work for Toyota, so I know there's going to be a lot of people out there saying, well, I'm just biased. I'm biased because I work for the brand. I feel like I got to buy the brand. But keep in mind, I was a consumer before I started in the car business, and I have worked for other manufacturers. So I could tell you the difference pretty quickly on some of the brands. So what I'm not going to talk about today, I'm not going to talk about the looks of the vehicle, because personally, I really think the Tundra looks great. I think it probably looks as good or better in most cases than any other brands. But looks are in the eye of the beholder. So usually if somebody's brand loyal or something like that are going to be more attracted to certain vehicles. A lot of the trucks out there got a pretty good look, some great features on the front end. So I'm not going to get into the look of the vehicle, though I think the Tundra is a great looking vehicle. Also, I'm not going to get into fuel economy, because let me say this first and foremost. I didn't buy a truck or even look for a truck because of the fuel economy. Do I wish trucks got better fuel economy? Probably. But typically, the trucks with the better fuel economy sacrifice something. Whether it's a different rear end, valve shutting off, cheaper made bodies, lighter bodies, whatever the case would be. Sometimes you'll lose ride comfort, sometimes you lose towing capacity. So you could teeter-totter back and forth with the fuel economy thing. My Tundra, I drive about 12 minutes, 15 minutes one way every day. I average about 13 miles a gallon. I didn't buy the truck for fuel economy. If you're buying a truck for fuel economy, you probably need to buy a car or an SUV, and sometimes even those aren't that great at fuel economy, especially in the SUV market. So fuel economy I'm not going to talk about today. It's got a 38-gallon gas tank on it now, or it's available with a 38-gallon gas tank. I'm okay with that, so let's move on. So let's talk about my top 8 reasons why I purchased a Tundra. Number 1, first and foremost, you've heard it before, dependability, reliability, and quality. They all kind of go hand in hand. There's no question why Toyota and Lexus are always at the top of the list when it comes to dependability and reliability reports. So that's where I start first and foremost, because that also leads into my number 2, which I'll get to in a minute. Toyota at this point is number 3. It's the number 1 brand beside the luxury brand Lexus and Porsche. But let's check out where everybody else is. So I wanted to show you. This is the recent copy of J.D. Power & Associates 2017 3-year dependability report. What's important about this is the vehicles they've looked at, they're 2014 models. So granted, depending on your model, some manufacturers have quality issues during certain years. I get it. But this last year we were 4th behind Buick, which was also a luxury brand. But let's take a look at this real quick. Toyota, number 3. Chevy's creeped up a little bit. GMC's still down toward the middle. Industry average is 156 issues. This is per 100 vehicles sold. Look where Nissan is. Ford is near the bottom, and Ram, which is also a Dodge product, but they've kind of branched off their own vehicle. So Ram, there's no excuse for that, because that is just the truck. Ford, you can make an argument that, or Chevy or GMC, that includes all vehicles, and that is true. But overall, I'm talking about brand. Overall, Toyota is always near the top when it comes to dependability, reliability, and quality. So that says a lot for the brand itself. And that leads into my second one, value. Value, Toyota, I think, was for 2017, for 2016, was ranked best resale brand, okay, overall. So typically those two go hand in hand. So the better the reliable vehicle is, the better value it's going to be, the better value it holds. So we own 3 out of the top 5 spots for resale value. Now typically trucks are going to do a little bit better than cars in most cases, because they're not nearly as incentivized. But the Tundra is in the top 5, along with 2 other Toyota vehicles. So that's another reason why I want to purchase, because yeah, a lot of people will advertise these big discounts up front, blah, 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 but you suffer for it somewhere, and it's usually on the back end when you're trading it or reselling it. Number 3, ride comfort. Now, I've driven all these other vehicles. I'm on a lot. I drive these vehicles. I have to appraise them. I ride in them. I've ridden in all these vehicles. And I would say that the Tundra, out of all the ones I've driven, has the best ride. Of course, sometimes that's an argument because of brand loyalty and stuff. But I would put the Tundra's ride comfort up against any of the brands, even SUVs and cars in some cases. Number 4, ease of driving. It's got one of the tightest turning radiuses on the market, if not the tightest for a truck its size. That's impressive. It turns tighter than some of the SUVs I've driven. So when you're trying to park it or whatever, yeah, it's a big truck, I get it. But when you're trying to park this thing or back it out, whatever, it's one of the easiest driving vehicles that I've been in. Roominess, I'm 6'5". You can see how much room I have. I decided on the Crew Max because my kids are bigger. I need room. Granted, most of the time I don't have anybody in the back seat, but I can ride up here or I can ride in the back and have plenty of room. If I want to go back there and take a nap right now, I could, because I've got the room for it. So roominess with this Crew Max, one of the biggest cabs, if not the biggest cab in its class. Let me turn my little notes over because I definitely have to do this. Now, I've heard some people talking and trolling on my YouTube channel about features, this, that, and the other. I bought the limited with a limited premium package. So it has plenty of features, blind spot monitoring, sonar, or whatever, backup camera. And I know the Tundra dude, if y'all get a chance to check out his Tundra, he's a pretty good reviewer of the Tundra because he's had a few of them. I think he's on 5. He bought a Platinum. But I bought a limited because I'm satisfied with the features. I hear about bells and whistles the Tundras don't have, or Toyotas don't have, but I think primarily what they're talking about is talking about flashy things. I'm not interested in the flashy stuff because that's not why I bought a truck, right? There may be some people that like the flashy stuff, but I've noticed a lot of that flashy stuff breaks and doesn't last very long, okay? So if you're talking about bells and whistles, Tundra has plenty. Don't listen to that lie. My truck has navigation, backup camera, dual temp controls, heated seats, leather, blind spot monitoring, safety sonar, whatever you want to talk about, it's on this truck. So I'm not really sure where they're talking about extra bells and whistles. I don't need second row heated seats. Why? Because hardly anybody ever sits back there, and most of the time, that's the case. 7 is the Toyota Tundra Crew Max's fully let down back glass. Sure, I could have listed this under features, but since nobody else really offers something like this, I figured I'd put it by itself. I love the fully let down back glass on the Crew Max. All right, number 8. And this is probably not as big to some people, but it is to me. It's upgradable. The Tundra's upgradable. There's a lot of parts, a lot of things you can do to the Tundra to make it look more aggressive. There's a lot of things that TRD offers. I know they're a little bit more pricey, a little bit more expensive, but if you want a truck that's tricked out, something, and you want to put some, make it look more aggressive, there's a lot of TRD parts that's offered for this vehicle. Aftermarket wheels. I'm about to do a mod change on mine. I'm not going to do a lot to it, but just enough to make it look a little bit more aggressive. But if you want to see somebody that's actually been able to do something with a truck, check out Tundra Dude 34's YouTube channel of his upgrade on his 17 Platinum that he's working on. Fabulous looking truck. He added a lot to it. If you want to see what can be done to a truck, check his channel out. I believe he's even got a special coming up where he's putting on a supercharger. So that'd be something to be excited about. Thank you for joining me for another video. And this one is the top 8 reasons why I purchased a Tundra. Thank you for joining. Thank you for watching. Hope this has helped somebody. I don't need all the bashing and all the trolling going on my YouTube channel. But you know what? I put myself out there. I expect that. I'll accept that. But if you're making all these really bad comments and cussing and stuff like that, I don't welcome that. So your messages, your comments will be deleted. But thank you all to the loyal listeners, loyal followers of the Fist Pump Guy. I appreciate you watching. If you have any questions, email me, Gary@thefistpumpguy.com. Call or text with any questions, 334-447-0585. I'm over in Enterprise, Alabama at Bondi's Toyota. Thank you for watching. The Fist Pump Guy. Selling cars the right way because it's the only way I know. Thank you for watching again. Follow the Fist Pump Enterprise.